Hello, beautiful soul. This is the message. This is the reading that your soul was destined to hear today. Okay, you're not here by chance. You are here because you're meant to be. Everything finds you at exactly the right time. Perfect divine timing. So let's get straight into it. The first message today for you is this one. Okay, love. Finding love. Now, this is going to be different for each and every one of you. But you will know when I share the message with you what it means for you. Okay, it will resonate with you. A certain part of it will and a certain part of it may not. So take what you need and leave the rest, all right? Okay, so this first card reveals the potential of a past life love reconnecting in some way. Relationships change from life to life through repeated incarnations. We grow closer and closer. First, we start out as passing acquaintances, then we become friends. After some lifetimes, closer relationships develop. Family members, cousins, siblings, parents, children, and in time, even a greater intimacy connects us and we move into more profound attachments with another. Some become closer emotionally and others expand into physical intimacy as well. This card indicates some connection from the past is returning to you in the form of a This is something to do with a past life, and again, perfect divine timing coming in for you. I'm going to read the card again and then I'm going to add to this. So this card indicates some connection from the past is returning to you in a new relationship, or a present love based in the past is going to grow into something more caring and profound. Okay, so the relationship you're in is going to become more profound. You may recognize the past life bond merely in the resonance you feel when you meet. This may express itself in a romantic association, but the new love may also appear in the form of a profoundly compassionate and resonant friend. Of course, your choice to be your own best friend and loving supporter will open the door to this karmic reunion even further. So I'm going to add to that. You can't be sitting in a energy of lack or self-loathing, or that any kind of like low vibing energy, and expect to attract a high vibing energy. It's everything is energy, every single thing, every single part of us. Okay, so you have to really know this. It's so important. Same goes with if you have a reading, right, whether it's personal, collective, whether you found it online, whether it's personal for you, and whatever the case, if you are told that love is coming in for you, i.e. a romantic relationship, but you're sat at home every day on your own and you are not going out and putting yourself out there, you're not putting yourself out there on dating apps or going on dates or anything like that, obviously you're going to really be struggling for that to manifest, because you need to take action as well as to go with that desire. You can't just sit and expect it to fall in your lap. You have to take action, i.e. do the things you love, and then in the energy of doing the things you love, you'll attract love. You see, you can't be in the energy of sorrow and pity and self-loathing and then attract, this high vibe in love. It just doesn't work that way. It makes sense, doesn't it, when you think about it? So it says here, open your heart to all types of potential love reaching out to you from the distant past. Soon the whispers of old friends will turn into the music of happy present companions. Excuse me. Remember, your first and most important karmic relationship is with yourself. The universe and your own energetic readiness is preparing you for heartfelt love. Treat yourself the way you want to be treated. I like to say treat yourself like your own baby. How would you treat your baby? With love, right? Unconditional love. Treat yourself in the way you want to be treated. You deserve love in all of its forms. Know that your eternal soul projects and receives divine love at every turn and in every breath. Someone who resonates at the same soul level belongs to share that beautiful energy with you. You see that? Someone who resonates at the same soul level longs to share their beautiful energy with you. So you're matching energies, right? Your affirmation is, I am attracting tender love and encouragement to me, and I always choose to give that to myself. I want to also add, if you're in a relationship and you want to have a kiss, or you want to have a cuddle, go and give that to your partner, right? Show more of it and tell them that's what you want, right? Make it obvious, because you deserve to have what you want and what you truly desire, but you have to voice it. Okay, you have to use your voice. So put it out there. Don't hold back, right? Do not hold back. All right, now your next message is from Archangel Uriel, okay? Archangel Uriel. Passion and spirit connections. Passion and spirit connections. I'm going to just zoom in here for you. Look at that beautiful card. Passion and spirit connections. All right. So, all right. Uriel, the angel of poetry, arts and science, brings messages of your past life interests and endeavours. You may have pursued such pastimes as astronomy, biology, or other natural sciences. You may have had a penchant for poetry, painting, or sculpting. This is especially likely if this card falls near the expressive talents card in your spread. So, if you find yourself feeling even a fleeting interest in these pursuits, explore the possibilities and see if they call to your heart. You may be surprised at the joyous endeavours that they can bring. It's very important to nurture your joy, okay? It's very important to nurture the inner child. If you know that something makes you feel good, but you're choosing not to do it, you are self-sabotaging, you are neglecting your inner child, and you are preventing yourself from feeling the joy that you deserve and want and need to feel. It's time to pick up the paintbrush, okay? So those of you that paint, I actually painted this not so long ago, and I've started to pick up the paintbrush a bit more, so that's probably a bit of a message for myself as well. But whatever your interest, whatever brings you joy, whatever puts you in that childlike state or that meditative state, okay, you know what that is. So if you're not sure, think back to when, because it could be, there's people I'm speaking to now that could have not done this for many, many years. And I feel like that's the case for some. But for most of you, you know how to do it. You just need a reminder to do it more often. For the people that say, oh, I need to do this, I need to work, and it's not productive, you have to remember that is false. Because when you do the thing that brings you joy, it puts you in the energy of joy. It puts you in the energy of creativity, which then will attract and bring in more abundance and more inspiration for your work. It's all, everything is connected, absolutely everything. So if you're fulfilled in one area, you're more likely to be fulfilled in another, or it's going to help at least. It rubs off into other areas and spills over. Okay, I'm thinking now like of a, yeah, of like a full cup spilling over, or like, you know, when you have an ice cube tray and you fill it one little ice cube hole and then all the others start to fill. It's, think of that when it comes to this, because it is all very much connected. You need to balance the energies. You need to have balance in your life. Just like this tree here, right? My mum bought me this Christmas. How gorgeous is that? It's got balanced leaves either side, otherwise it will topple over, right? That's what you got to think. You need to have balance in your life, from your work to your business to career, or how you earn an income, to your relationships with yourself, with others, to your hobbies, to your interests, to your passions, and everything, right? It's all so very connected. So back to the card. Uriel is also known as the fire of God, and he often carries the disc of the sun or a flaming sword called the sword of truth. In this capacity, Uriel petitions you to be honest with yourself about your spiritual life. He is calling you to bring more fire and passion to your spiritual pursuits and your relationship with all spirits, including your own eternal soul, the angels, and divine consciousness. What did we just say? The depth of Uriel's devotion to God is also a signal of your own past life. Religious devotion. You may have been a priest, priestess, nun, monk, or someone equally involved in religious work. And since Uriel is the angel of the earth, sun, and constellations, you could have been a practicing astrologer devoted to that craft. Uriel brings the wisdom, beauty, and light of divine consciousness to you, and he's calling you to open your heart to the support and happiness that comes from this eternally loving source. He is often seen holding a book, so there may be a writing project ahead for you. Some of the most important writing you can do is to keep a journal, exploring and expressing your feelings, cutting away from misinformation from the past, and reawakening to your eternal truth of your soul's beauty and your spiritual connections. Start one now. It brings clarity, inspiration, and direction to your life. And your affirmation is: I call upon Uriel to help ignite my passion and devotion. I receive the endless joys and blessings that come from my loving spiritual connections. Well, that was nice, profound, and very to the point, I feel. And the part that stands out the most for me to share with you all is this: he is calling you to bring more fire and passion to your spiritual pursuits and your relationships with all spirits, including your own eternal soul, right? Passions, the joys, the passions, what brings you the joy, what makes you feel passionate, what are you passionate about? This is what we need to, you are called to, you know, look at and to feel more. What brings you joy? Because right, I was about to pick up the other card. I'm like, no, hang on, there's something else. When you're not going to feel the feeling until you take the action, right? Quite often we are not just inspired. We can be, but for some of us and for some of you, you may need a little nudge, right? You may need like to dip your toe in the sea first before you dive in. So if you are out of sync, if you're unfamiliar with your joys and passions right now, and you can't remember the last time you did the things that bring you joy, what this whole encouraging message is about from your spirit guides, right? From those spirits that see you and know your soul and know your desires and want to remind you of this important calling right now, is to do the thing, right? Pick up the paintbrush. I keep wanting to say that. Pick up the paintbrush. If you haven't done it for a while, just dip your toe in, right? Just take one step. You can't take the 10th until you've took the first. So whatever the thing is, if you enjoy gardening, go outside and sit on the grass and just be with the nature, right? Maybe just pick up some soil and run it through your fingers, yeah? If you are an artist and you haven't picked up the paintbrush for a while, just get a tiny little bit of paper and a pencil and just start to draw, right? Draw something that's in front of you when you're sat out in nature again. Take yourself into nature and just draw something, anything. And what you'll find is by doing that, you'll then feel inspired to do the next thing. Like, you know, when you've got a messy home or a messy space and you're just like, oh God. And then you put, for me, this is what I would do, right? I put some music on and I just start moving one thing. And then I'm like, oh, I'm just going to move that. And then I'm going to move that. Then I'm going to clean that. Oh, that. And it's like a domino effect. It's exactly the same for you with your passions. If you need help with that, just pick up the damn paintbrush. Just do something, anything. There's a saying about action and, but basically in my words, it's like just taking an action, just making a step is helpful. It doesn't have to be the right one. There's no such thing. Just do one and then that'll lead you to the next one. Doesn't matter if you go sideways, backwards, up, down, or do a backflip. As long as you keep taking little steps, you're going to get there. But by staying stuck, you're choosing to stay there. By deciding not to do anything, that is a decision, okay? And that is going to affect you because you have, I know, so much passion inside of you. And for some of you, it's like easy to ignite. It's like a little flame, and I just need to, like, you know, blow a little bit, and it's like woof, and it's like a bloody bonfire. But for others of you, you're literally holding on to a tiny candlelight, right? Yeah, something like this. And you need help with that. So, yeah. Look, my angel is with you, see? You see? You are not alone. And that's another important message. You are never alone. How you feel is how so many people also feel and have felt. And the only guarantee in life is change. So if you want change, you need to make a change. You need to do something different, mix up the energy. If you feel stagnant, go for a walk. If you feel uninspired, sit in nature, like I said, and just look around you. Right, there's so many different ways of getting inspiration, but just take the step and pick up the paintbrush, okay? Now, this card, I have drawn for myself numerous times in my own personal readings lately, so it doesn't surprise me that it's come up today for whoever is tapping into this today. The energetic realm. So it's angel number 44, which is important. So you can Google that if you like to check it out. But the energetic realm, life between lives. It's very, very, very important. Okay. I want to keep zooming in because I think this is just a beautiful card. Right. Okay. So life between lives. Your spirit never dies. It moves from lifetime to lifetime with purpose and intention. Between lives, there's an infinite vibrational field that resonates with global intentions and higher purposes, and your spirit wants to be a part of the action. Although you incarnate with your old histories, codes, and shifts to take care of, that part of your past is not the major focus of your spirit's activity in the energetic realm. There's a deep awareness, a shift in consciousness that occurs when you fully awaken to your eternal truth. The process of physical death actually sparks an incredible enlightenment and understanding that isn't as easily accessible in the physical world. The energetic realm is one of high vibration, and each soul there resonates with that same wonderful energy. In the world that many call heaven, the light of caring and compassion radiates through the motivation of each spirit. Many souls continue to communicate with their family and friends who are still on the earth plane, offering unending guidance and inspiration. Angels, ascended masters, and loving spirits who have moved on all work together to assist in the evolution of group consciousness, scientific discovery, and brilliant creative endeavors. This is the place where souls gather to discuss upcoming life choices, to decide who comes back with whom and what each shall bring to the experience. Even in your life, your soul is free to move through time and space to view the future and the past. But in this heavenly realm, there is a deeper understanding of spiritual purpose and meaning. So if you understand this and know this truly, that we have lifetime after lifetime, we experience multiple lifetimes, okay, multiple, then you have nothing to fear, because we are eternal. Your body is, think of it like Avatar or a meat suit, a vehicle, however, which way you want to put it. You jump in the car, you live your life in that car, and then once the engine starts to get old and weary and you've done too many Ks on the clock, right, it's time to go. In some people's cases, obviously it's different, but this is just for an example. So the thing is, that's just your body. That is not you. You aren't your body. It's just your vehicle. You are within that. You are the soul and the spirit. So your spirit, your soul, you, the real you, the eternal you, goes on after being in that vehicle. You go to another, right? Past lives, you've had multiple, hundreds, thousands, millions. And you chose to come here because your spirit, your soul wanted to experience emotion, feeling, love, wanted to experience life within the human body, because it feels very different to not having a body, because it's just a totally different experience. It's harder. It's hard, like the planet Earth, the school of life, this planet Earth, because there's lots of different planets and lives, but this one is the hardest one, and you chose to be here right now. You didn't come here just for the hell of it. You came here for a reason. You signed your soul contract. You were born into this body, and you chose to come here to experience life, to feel these emotions, to feel and experience love within a human body, to experience joy, to experience pain, to experience laughter and love, but also fear and, you know, all the anxiety and depression. You came for the contrast, and without being here on earth in this body, you couldn't experience that contrast. You can't experience that when you're in the heaven state, or the state of not in a body, you know, just being. You can't experience that contrast because there isn't that contrast there. When you go there in that state, it's all love, understanding, and it's not contrast. It's just not. So you're coming here for the experience, to expand your consciousness, to ascend, to enjoy being here, and to experience. It's all about your experience. It's not about anything superficial. It's not a test. It's not, you know, anything you do or don't do. It will just be carried on. It will, to the next step, the next lifetime, which is great, you know, especially if you're doing good in the world and you're being a good person, because obviously, like, you know, karma is real. So you got to be good, like, and if not, you're going to reap that. You're going to learn that lesson the hard way. So we definitely reap what we sow. So put out the good energy. I feel like saying good juju. I don't even use that word. But put out the good stuff, and yeah, and know that there is no pressure to do anything specific, but follow your joy and follow your passions and express yourself fully, and be all of you. Be all of you. So there's going to be people that don't understand you. There's going to be people that are very much still in the box and still in that society, like, of, you know, let's get up, let's go to work, I have to do that job, I have to live in this place, I have to do what my parents want me to do, whatever their limitations they're putting on themselves. But that is not true. Right now, more than ever, is the best time to break out of that shell and to spread your wings and fly, because there is no time like now. Well, time is an illusion, but that's another video. So you are here right now, and you get to choose. You are not stuck. You are free. And more and more and more of the collective, of the population, of whatever you want to say, call it, people, souls are waking up now more than ever to realize this. Money is a tool, it's helpful, but it's not everything. So if you're doing something just to accumulate money, you're not experiencing the fullness of life, because what are you enjoying? What are you feeling? Are you passionate? You know what I mean? What are you feeling along that journey? Think of everything as a feeling. Anything that we do for a feeling. When you sit in front of the TV and you go onto Netflix and you click that movie that you've watched 100 times, why are you watching it again? You know what happens, but you just enjoy the way it feels. Okay? Everything we do for a feeling. Every decision we make, at the end of the day, whether we're conscious of it, whether we know that we do or not, we are doing it because we want to feel a certain way. The relationships we are in, the decisions we make day to day, everything, the food that we eat, why we're choosing it. We're choosing it for a feeling, right? Whether that's because you want to feel ripped and shredded and whatever, or whether that's because you want to feel enjoyment of the food and you want to enjoy that taste of that specific food and how it makes you feel in that moment. You're still doing it for some sort of a feeling, right? It's just different feelings. So yeah, like there's so much here for you, and this really today, to sum it up, is a reminder that you are exactly where you need to be. There is no right or wrong, and that life is here to be experienced and felt, and for you to feel more of what you want to feel, because you now know, whether you knew before this video or not, but you know that there is no such thing as death. There is no ending. This isn't it, right? There isn't like you were born, you experience, you die. There is nothing to fear. So when that fear is taken away, like now, you know there is nothing to fear because you don't die. Well, what are you going to do then? If you know that doesn't matter, you don't have to keep holding on to all this stuff that you feel is keeping you secure or whatever, like that house, the car, the relationship you're afraid to leave, the job you're afraid to leave. If you now know you don't need to fear that because this is not it, right? And you're here to experience love, joy, and emotion in this body, and that you have multiple lifetimes, it takes the pressure away and it gives you, frees you up mentally, emotionally, spiritually to pursue the things you want to, and to relax and to rid yourself of anxiety. Get rid of that anxiousness because it's not needed. It's just taking you away from who you really are. The reason you might feel so bad when you feel anxious is because it's not you, right? You just need to ground yourself like this tree here and sit and be and breathe and come back to self, because that's who you are. You are not your thoughts. That is not who you are. So I really hope you enjoyed the reading today and the messages, and let me know like what resonated with you, and please share with me in the comments because I do respond to everybody, and I'm looking forward to, you know, sharing more with you, because it's now a time in my life where I'm like, I have shared a lot on YouTube, but I've not done it consistently. So this is a new chapter for me. It's a new self-discipline, self-love, and a new thing for me. So every Monday, this is going to be the case where you're going to receive a reading like this for the collective, and it's going to resonate with those who find it. And then I'll share more about what I'm going to be doing on the next video. But there is so much more to come. There's so much to share, and there is so much to express. So whether you do that through paint, through speech, through creating videos, whatever you want to do, can be whatever you want to feel like doing. Now is the time to do it, because we need you. You are needed. We're part of a collective. We're part of a team, and all of us are adding something to the pile. So you get to choose. Are you adding to the pile, you know, something good, something helpful, something beautiful, something that's going to help others, or are you just adding more shit to that pile? Do you know what I mean? Like, you get to choose what kind of energy you're bringing forth and what you're sharing, and your light is needed now more than ever. Okay, Don't underestimate how much your authenticity, being you, sharing, like unfiltered, like this video will not be edited, it will just be shared as it is. Even the little burp I did halfway through, I don't care, because it's just not important. We're all human, we're all, you know, it makes it feel more real. Like if someone sneezes halfway through the video, to me, I don't want it all edited and messed with, you know. This is who I am, this is what I say, this is how I say it. So it's like the right people will appreciate me, and the ones that don't appreciate me, well, they're not meant to hear it. So it's all good, but the right people will, and the others won't anyway. So you just really do not need to worry. You've got nothing to fear. There's only love here. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna leave it there now. And yeah, I really hope this helped to uplift, inspire, and give you clarity and affirmation today. Take care and keep